Welcome to this podcast from Stratfor, leader in global intelligence.
Latin American leaders will gather tomorrow in Argentina for a regional summit, and the key point of discussion will be a pending deal to expand U.S. military access to bases in Colombia. Tensions over that issue are running especially high in Venezuela, where President Hugo Chavez has threatened to break off diplomatic relations with Bogotá, and he's claiming that U.S. aggression is fanning the winds of war. The regional concerns are real, but is there also a Wag the Dog scenario developing in Venezuela? Hello, it's Thursday, August 27th, and I'm Marla Dial with the Stratfor Daily Podcast. The outcry over the pending U.S. deal with Colombia has been building for several weeks, but it's taken on new and more ominous overtones in recent days, with Chavez focusing on neighboring Colombia. In fact, he's told Venezuela's foreign minister to start preparations for a rupture with Colombia, and there's word that he's deploying his own supporters, known as Chavistas, to what he's calling peace bases along their shared border. Reports so far have been vague, but it appears the stage is being set for a series of pro-Chavez rallies and localized protests against the Colombian military deal in coming days. Stratfor analysts say it's hard not to see this as a provocation in a tense border region, which Chavez recently accused Colombian troops of violating. It's true that Caracas and Bogotá have had an off-again, on-again, love-hate relationship for years, and a certain level of drama is to be expected at most times. In this case, Chavez has halted imports of staple food items from Colombia, which is hurting businesses and consumers on both sides of the border, and he's briefly recalled the Venezuelan ambassador to Colombia. Our analysts say it's easier to focus on Colombia in this case than to actually halt trade with the United States, the chief buyer of Venezuela's oil. Chavez's government can't afford the loss of that revenue, financially or politically. It's not clear how well Venezuela might weather a trade war with Colombia either, but what does seem clear is that Chavez is doing his best to focus attention on threats of foreign aggression. This is often a useful tactic for governments that face a deepening crisis at home, for which there's no easy solution. In Venezuela's case, that's a potentially broad-based opposition campaign against a new education law, which puts the government or party organs in control of key administrative functions, like university entrance exams and teacher certification. Last weekend, thousands of marchers demonstrated in Caracas, both for and against the education law, but those showing opposition were violently dispersed. Venezuela's opposition groups usually find it difficult to unite, but our analysts say that an issue like education, which cuts across social class and urban-rural divides, could be an issue around which they coalesce. Something of that sort happened back in 2002, when Chavez was briefly deposed in a coup. So just where Chavez sees the real threat emerging, whether at Colombia's military bases or perhaps somewhere closer to home, remains an interesting question. We'll be watching and bringing you the latest as events develop. Please follow along on our website at www.stratfor.com for coverage of this and other geopolitical issues. I'm Marla Dial for Stratfor. Thanks for listening, and hope you have a great day.